Satisfying the basic need of food and shelter is often easier said than done, and is something that many people in the Santa Monica community in Westside of Los Angeles look to the St. Joseph Center for help. So in this edition of Nonprofit Profiles, we meet the St. Joseph Center and learn how it has helped thousands of men and women rebuild their lives. Getting food into someone's hand and a shelter over their head is much easier said than done. With me is Lecia Adams, who is going to speak with us on the different programs and services offered by the St. Joseph Center. So Lecia, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So now the St. Joseph Center, what is the overall mission of this center?
Well, really, we were founded in 1976 by two Catholic nuns as an outreach effort to low-income and unhoused individuals in the Venice and Santa Monica area, really as an effort to support families, to give them hope, and to empower them to take the next step.
So what are some of the key areas that the St. Joseph Center are working towards and helping?
Well, we have a family center and food pantry, and of course, it's essential that families have resources, and food is a key resource in helping families feed their children, etc. And we also have childcare, which is essential for families trying to get back on their feet and get work. We have a homeless service center, which deals with folks who are facing chronic homelessness. We have a money management program that also helps individuals with mental illness manage their benefits and pay their rent and stay housed.
So before we get more specific about the programs, the words planting and growing, what do those words mean to the St. Joseph Center?
Well, we see ourselves as on the front line with individuals who are struggling. Okay. And oftentimes they come to us hopeless. So at first we are connecting with them on a very close and one-on-one level to instill a sense of hope. And then we want to give them the resources that they need to grow their lives out of a desperate place into a space of empowerment where they feel that they can make a difference and begin to build a new path for themselves.
So how important is it for someone to feel that within themselves, that sense of empowerment?
I think that's central to happiness and peace, and certainly we see ourselves as central to connecting with folks and understanding their stories and inspiring them to move forward and not look back.
Okay. So in terms of your family services, you have the Family Center and Food Pantry. You talked about that a little bit. So what does that specifically look like and entail?
Well, as far as the food pantry is concerned, we serve about 400 families a week, which is up by about
Wow.
per week, with staples, fruits and vegetables. They come in, any day, Monday through Friday, or actually Tuesday through Friday, to supplement their groceries.
So do they have to sign up, or how does someone learn about the pantry and use it?
Well, certainly we collaborate with a number of agencies in Santa Monica and Venice, and we share clients oftentimes. So families who are struggling with housing and other issues will be referred to St. Joseph Center, and we have an eligibility criteria, mainly that people are of low income and need resources, and we welcome them.
Great. So food, how important is proper nutrition and food in terms of leading a balanced life in general?
I mean, we really understand in food service and pantries, and even at our Bread and Roses Cafe where we serve 150 warm meals a day, that those need to be nutritious meals, that they need to be healthy meals, and so certainly many of our partners are helping us to provide fruits and vegetables, which are so essential.
Okay, great. So speaking of food, you have the culinary training program. What is that program?
Well, the culinary training program is central to our philosophy of empowering individuals and giving them the tools they need to carve out a new way of life or being an effective life. And so we bring individuals in to expose them to the culinary world, to entry-level positions, and we work with them for 6 weeks. Okay. And then for 4 weeks, they're on what's called an externship. We've had a wonderful success rate. 70% of our students go on to secure jobs 90 days post-graduation. So it's quite wonderful. We have a great chef who also works at the Bread and Roses Cafe, and the culinary students actually assist in preparing the 150 meals that we provide to the homeless Monday through Friday. So that's a great experience for them.
Great. So the Bread and Roses Cafe, let's talk a little bit more about that. I know the St. Joseph Center holds that close to its heart. So what is that cafe specifically?
So Bread and Roses was founded and opened in 1989 as an effort to provide a safe and warm environment for the homeless living in the Venice and Santa Monica area, where they could come in, sit down at a table that had donated flowers and a tablecloth, and be served by volunteers. And that's another wonderful way that we partner with the community, where volunteers come and help us serve the homeless. 3 meals a day. They have to sign up at what's called the Homeless Service Center the day before, so we know who's coming in.
So why is it
important
for it to look and feel like a restaurant with the flowers and the servers and that sort of thing?
I think it helps the homeless disconnect from their everyday, the daily struggles of living on the streets, and I think for 1 hour they can just forget about all of that and feel human and feel like everyone else. They sit at tables of 4 often, and many of them have connected in ways like family. So certainly it's quite an honor to be able to provide that kind of special space for them.
So is the pantry and the cafe, is it an entry point that people can learn more about the St. Joseph Center?
It's a really great point. Absolutely. We provide emergency services as a way to instill that sense of hope and to address immediate needs. So certainly food at Bread and Roses and at the food pantry. And then as the next step, we provide case management to those families as a way of looking at all the issues that they may be facing and to strategize how they can bring more income into the home, how they can manage their income more effectively. And so that again is the next step in the process.
So what about infants and toddlers? What do you guys offer for maybe mothers with children or people who are younger who need help?
Well, as an extension of our philosophy of empowerment, we provide free child care services to families, to mothers, fathers, who are either working or in school. So they have to be progressing. And we have what's called the Infant Toddler Center, and that's off-site just a little ways down from our Hampton site, and then we have what's called the Early Learning Center. So we've served children as young as 12 weeks old and preschoolers 5 years old, the whole range.
What about in terms of money management? I know you have services in terms of money management, so can you speak on behalf of those?
Well, as I was saying before, one of the most important programs that we provide is money management, which I feel is all about prevention, preventing the mentally ill and folks who were previously homeless stay housed, because we help them manage their money, make sure their rent is paid, make sure their utilities are paid and remain on. And so partnering with them in that way, I think, is a tremendous effort around keeping those individuals housed and stable.
Great. So I know you've had a long history of working with nonprofit organizations throughout your life. What would you say makes the St. Joseph Center step out in front of other organizations?
Well, I have worked in the nonprofit field for quite some time, and I think what drew me to St. Joseph Center and many of our donors and board members is the continuity of care, the continuum of care, from senior services to child care services, and the full range.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I mean, I wish we could cover more.
Sure.
We're going to get to more just in a second. And as you can see, the St. Joseph Center offers a wide range of programs and services to many people. Up next, we're going to talk to one individual and learn how one program helped them take over and rebuild their own life.
It's easy to think that by giving the poor and hungry some food, we can solve the problem of hunger in Los Angeles, or that a regular bag of groceries will make the hunger problem go away. But food is only the first step, and one of the many ways St. Joseph Center helps poverty-stricken families. We also give people the tools to help themselves. Join St. Joseph Center, where we nourish lives and strengthen community. Call us at 310-396-6999 6468.